What's up, everybody? How you doing tonight? Episode number 382, Drink It To You podcast, the only podcast that lasts until the last drop. How the hell is your Sunday going? How the hell was your week? Hope everybody's okay. I hope you're safe out there. Take number 2. I can't tell you the amount of times I've had like a brain fart starting the episode. And I end up calling myself an idiot and like ending the recording. I guess other podcasts, they make like Patreon pages where you can pay them a solid $5 a month to have that kind of stuff. Really, I don't do any of that. I'm not saving it. I'm usually so frustrated that I messed up that I just delete it, so there's nothing to like put together. But over the years, over 7 years of doing this, I would assume I probably have like 3 episodes worth of messing up the intro to the podcast. For some reason today I wanted to say 382 Blink Until You podcast, like Blink 182. That's just kind of like where my brain went with it. I didn't say that. I just fumbled my words starting this. So, yeah, dude. I mean, this is all one take. You know, I could do all that, and I used to. I used to do all the editing. You know, you have to do the 30-minute podcast, and on top of that, it's going to take you an hour to edit before you put it out. And it's too much, dude. I don't want to do all that, and I think that has something to do with my longevity of doing this show. Is that it takes me 30 minutes, and I'm done. I have to upload it, of course. I have to give it a title. I have to give it a description. But other than that, everything else is taken care of. My logo's there. You know, my banner saying what my podcast is about. It's all there. You know, I don't have to do any extra work. It's just literally talk for 30 minutes, upload it, and I'm done weekly. I'm not going to sit there and edit it, which, you know, that's why I don't have guests on here anymore, really. It's people who have never done podcasts before. I mean, it's understandable. I was a newbie at one point, but like a guest, you know, they're liable to say something. They're like, oh, I didn't really want to say that. Do you mind taking that out? Which wouldn't be a big deal. You know, obviously if I'm having a guest on, going into it knowing I'm probably going to have to edit a little bit, but, yeah, I don't want to do that. I literally, like in anything I do, I want to find the most efficient way to do it, which, you know, leads to my diet. You know, like, that's why I do the whole plant-based thing. It's like hard to gain weight if you're eating vegetables all the time. You know what I mean? Like it's, the whole like consolidating your steps that I learned with, like working in the restaurant industry. You know, you got 4 tables. One needs ketchup. One needs a spoon. The other one needs their soda they didn't get. It's like grab it all at once while you're at the back, and then you drop it off at each table, and you're good. You consolidated your steps. You're not going back and forth and back and forth and back and forth. Not only are you creating more traffic amongst the restaurant, you're just wearing yourself out. I mean, in a freaking 4-hour shift, you're going to be exhausted. It's too much. Consolidate your steps. So that's absolutely, and it's not to say I wouldn't have a guest on. I would, and I will eventually again. But yeah, it's just not something that's needed, you know. The other contributing factor to why this has lasted so long, and it will continue to last, is I don't have to schedule with other podcasters. I don't have to schedule with other hosts. I'm all you got here, people. I'm it. The end. It's just me. So you know, you either listen or you don't, and I'm not worried about it. If you hate this podcast, I really don't care. If you love this podcast, I appreciate it, but also I really don't care. Like I just, you know, it's just kind of a creative outlet for me. That's why I do it every week. So anyways, I haven't even mentioned what I'm drinking. I'm just babbling about absolutely nothing. I'm drinking the White Claw in a blue can, 8% alcohol by volume. What is it? Is it blackberry? wild berry. I can't, it's one of the berries. I don't know. But this one is the best. It used to be the Bud Light Platinum was my go-to. But it just really depended where you would go. If you went to 7-Eleven, sometimes they would have it. Sometimes they wouldn't. QT, they're pretty solid. They would normally always have it unless they were sold out of it, which it's popular for a reason. In Texas, it's like if you don't plan ahead, if you don't get your bottle of liquor on Saturday or any day before the 6 other days you have before you do your podcast on Sunday, if you don't grab your bottle of liquor, you're just kind of stuck in the store grabbing the highest alcohol content. And that's basically how I've run this thing for years. I'll go to the store, I'll go to the liquor store, and I'll make a big run. You know what I mean? Like, I'll make a big run and grab my whiskey and a little bit of vodka, and a little bit of tequila, and a little bit of triple sec, and I got all these things to make drinks. But it's like once those bottles are empty, you're just like, you didn't refill. And now you're stuck with the gas station beer. And I don't really go the beer route anymore. You know, there's just better options. It's kind of like the whole drinking and driving thing. There's just so many options to not have to drink and drive anymore. It's so much better. It's more fun in a way. You know, like, has anybody out there just ever been like, I love to drink and drive. It's one of my favorite things. Nobody likes that. Nobody wants to do that. Sure, when you're drunk, you think you're good enough to do that, of course. But that doesn't mean you like it. You know what you're risking. It's like that same thing. You know? So yeah, I am drinking. If I'll shut up, I can take my first drink here. But yeah, the White Claw. It's not Wild Berry. That's the Bud Light Platinum. Which one is it, Chris? I'm putting it on myself to remember which one it is. Wild Berry. No, it's not wild. Blackberry. Yes. Bud Light. Shit. It's not Bud Light. It's White Claw. Blackberry. 8% alcohol by volume. I'm too deep. That's why I can't remember shit all of a sudden. If you got them drinking, bottoms up. Cheers, everybody. Good Lord. How's that for an intro? How'd you like that? That was long-winded. I just had my first drink. What is it? Almost 10 minutes in? Yeah, 8 minutes. I'm going to give you a little bit of what I've been watching lately. I have a video of the week / videos of the week, because I've seen numerous in this same category. Real quick, I'm going to tell you what I've been watching. My favorite First Amendment audit channels. There's a lot of shitty ones out there. I get why a lot of people are haters on this First Amendment audit community. I get it. I totally get it. I'm not going to log on and watch somebody be an asshole just to be an asshole. Like, I get it. I understand that part. But 3 that I think you really might like, these are 3 of the most, like, respectful, until disrespected, of course. I mean, that's kind of human nature. But respectful, educational, and 98% just going to be calm with everybody they interact with. That's going to be the Tyrant Terminator, TTA. I consider myself a TTA family. What's the other one? Bay Area Transparency. That's a good one. Though he's had confrontations, you know, over the years. I feel like he's still just respectful until disrespected. If you're going to disrespect anybody, they're going to have something to say about it. And the third one is Audit Them. THEM. Audit Them. And his is so unique because he has like a shtick. He goes into these government buildings, and there's actually, you know, the things that are supposed to be displayed on the wall saying, you know, like what this entity is, what they do, how many full-time, part-time. It's like this whole set of paperwork they need to provide up front on the wall when you walk into these places of business, that we pay for, the people, I mean. And he basically just calls them out on that and like getting the proper documentation. That way there doesn't need to be a back and forth of, hey, you don't have this posted and you don't have this posted. You don't have that posted. By law, you should have it posted. That way when I come in, I can read it myself. I don't have to ask any questions. It's all right there in front of me. You know, we should be able to see the department's budget. You know what I mean? If you care, you know, and I've definitely put it upon myself to get into more local politics. I need to. I know I need to. It's on me. It's been on me all these years that I haven't. I can't complain about shit if I'm not involved. You know what I mean? Like, I just can't. So I am putting it on me to be more involved. But the point is, with all these First Amendment audits is like, I know it seems silly, and I know it seems like they're just trying to get some kind of reaction, and they're just being jerks, and they're just trying to be right, and all this and that. But the thing about it is, those are the services that we pay for. You know, when you go, oh, my check could have been $800 and it was only $700. You know, that portion that they take, that $100 in taxes, that's what it's going to. It's going to those services, to pay those employees, to pay for these buildings to be constructed for them to work in, to pay for the computers, to pay for the paper, to pay for everything in that building. They take our taxes. So doesn't it make the most sense that we would go into those buildings and check up on our government, to monitor our government and the course of their duties? I think that makes 100% sense. That was hard to say, 100% sense. That makes sense to me. You know, you go to Walmart, you're checking the receipt. And when you leave, you know, you're like, she charged me for an extra avocado. I'm going back. I want my money for that extra avocado back because I did not purchase it. Right? It's literally the same thing. And I think people have had enough. Like, we're tired of paying these taxes and being short on our rent and being short on our electricity. It's time to hold these government officials accountable. You know, they are supposed to act at a different standard from the average citizen. That's why they're in that position. And if you're going to be an asshole in that position, if you're going to be rude to the public coming in, just asking questions, you don't deserve that position. You don't deserve for me to pay taxes for you to have that job. So we're going to get you out of there. We're going to get you out of there, and we're going to get somebody more respectable in. That's not a hard ask. That's basically what it boils down to for me, is the financials of it. If I'm paying for it, I want you better fucking lick my, let me not say that. If I'm paying for it, you better damn well be respectful to me when I walk into this building and I'm asking questions. You're not going to be a dick to me. You know, and that's always been like the whole joke. Is like, you drive by a construction site of like city workers. One guy is working and the rest are leaning on shovels. And that's kind of like, oh, it's supposed to be funny. You know what I mean? It's supposed to be, oh, look, they're just watching him work. He's the grunt. He's the one having to do it. But that's bullshit. Everybody that we are paying as a city, as a people, you should all be working. If he's digging the hole, you get the fuck away and you go do something else. You find something else to do to help complete this project, because standing around holding a shovel isn't it. You know, now it gets different. Well, it's a little bit of both ways. If the city is contracting the work out, those people still technically need to act in an appropriate manner because they are paid for by the city. The city's taking our taxes and they're moving it over to this contractor company because they don't want to do the work, and this contractor company might do it better. But those people are an extension of the city. They're still getting paid with tax dollars. You know what I mean? So, yeah, man, those are my favorite channels. James over there at Tyrant Terminator Audits. Jay over there, Bay Area Transparency. And George at Audit Them. Dude, these are 3 of my favorites, dude. Like, they're awesome. They do a great job. And they don't go out to be disrespectful. But like I said earlier, you can expect in a video, if somebody is being just overly disrespectful, I mean, they got backbone. They're going to say something back. They're going to put you in your place. They're going to irritate you. You know, and everybody's, oh, they're just out for a reaction. And it's like, well, don't give them the reaction then. You know what I mean? If you're giving them the reaction, you're making yourself famous on their channel. You know, and these things just need to be done more often, dude, because like I said, it all boils down to money for me. If we're paying for these services, I don't have a choice but to pay for these services. I better damn well receive the one time I ever need to go to the DMV. I better damn well receive outstanding service. You know what I mean? Like, I'm not saying you got to wipe my ass, but you know, you better be fucking polite. And if you're not, you know, people start pushing, people start getting fired. You know, you don't need to be in that position. So anyways, on top of that, the other video of the week, and I've seen multiples of this, and it fucking cracks me up, dude. So it's like the owner of the dog, like, sets up this whole scenario. I don't know if you guys ever saw the movie Game Night with Jason Bateman. I'm trying to remember who else was in that. What's her name? Rachel McAdams. But basically, like, in the movie, they plan a game night, but nobody knows that, you know, what's about to happen is kind of staged. So they come in and beat up one of the guys and, like, basically kidnap him, you know, and, you know, he has it all planned. The guy that gets beat up and kidnapped, he has it all planned. He knows what's happening in the night. Everybody else is like, whoa, what the hell was that? You know, what's going on? That's basically the scenario for these set up, like, home invasion attacks that the dog owner puts on in front of the dog. So basically, it always happens. The 3 videos I've seen, they're always like feeding the dog, and they get the food in the bowl, and here comes the knock on the door, and they open the door, and then they just start getting attacked. You know, this is all planned out. Everybody's safe. Nobody's, like, actually getting hurt. But the dog doesn't know that. You know, like, the dog has no clue. So as soon as they pour the food in the bowl, the dog starts naturally just like, nom, 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 eating. And here comes the knock on the door, and they just start attacking the person, dude. In all 3 videos that I've seen, the dog, it doesn't protect the owner. That's not its first instinct. Its first instinct is to finish that bowl of food, which is fucking hilarious. Because they have no idea where their next meal is coming from. These people that are attacking their owner, they don't know shit. But all the dog is focused on is, I better hurry up and eat this before somebody else gets it. Like, there's some intruders in this house all of a sudden, and the dog, dude, one of the Weimaraner videos that I saw, the expression on, like, the panic on the dog's face, not for the owner's safety, but for the bowl of food in front of them, the panic they have to finish that bowl of food is absolute, like, comic genius, dude. It is so fucking funny. I've seen so many videos of, just owners and their dogs. A lot of the dogs don't know what to do. In those instances, if the owner is getting smacked around or something, the dog is like, oh shit, oh fuck, like, that's my leader, shit, oh no. Like, they don't attack, they don't growl, they don't, like, get in between, they just like, oh shit. Like, and I don't know, I think that's just the way we raise the dogs. We make them such a part of the family that they're like the baby of the family. You know what I mean? Like, they don't have to do anything. You just fed me. I'm not going to protect you. I just need to eat. I'm hungry, like, and, they get the owner on the ground in the particular video I'm picturing in my mind. They get the owner on the ground and, like, zip tie their hands behind their back and, like, ready to carry him away. Dude, all the dog cares about is the food, and it's so fucking funny, man. I wish I had a page to shout out to tell you where to go watch these videos, but it's fucking hilarious, dude. Those are my new favorite videos. The 3 I've seen, they're hilarious, man. And, yeah, like I said, it's really on the owners. If you're not going to groom a guard dog, you're not going to get a guard dog. You know what I mean? And in some instances, I feel like it'd be better to have a Chihuahua. Because those motherfuckers are just mean. They'll fucking try to bite anybody for any reason. Whether there's food involved or not. They just want to get a bite out of something. They have that, like, Napoleon complex. They are small, but they're not going to play like they're small. But yeah, it's totally how you train the dog. And how they react. If you make them a part of the family and you make them the baby of the family, that's all they're going to be. I would always, with the dogs I've had over the years, I'd always try to, like, rile them up. Just a random Sunday, like I'm sitting here now. Just a random Sunday. And, there would be nothing happening. I'm just watching TV on the couch. Dog's laying over there. And I would change my mood. Just to see what they would do. I'd just be sitting there all relaxed. And I'd just sit up all of a sudden. Like, what was that? And the dog would sit up all of a sudden and be like, what was that? And I'd do this sound. The sound works. I don't know why. It works with every dog I've ever had. If you start going... sk, 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 you start doing that, like, get them, kind of is like what the attitude I have when I'm making that noise. It's like, sk, sk. I start doing that to them. They start, like, jumping around. They start getting alert, like, what the fuck? What's happening? What is it? If you don't do that with the dogs, I mean, and a lot of these dogs I've had before, I don't even know. If somebody busted through the back door, I don't know. I know they would bark. I don't know if they would necessarily attack. But they would at least alert in some kind of way rather than just finishing their bowl of food while the owner is being attacked. Oh, those are fucking great videos. I got to find more of them. I know more people are doing this, and I got to see them. Let's go ahead and have another drink. Cheers, everybody. All right. I saved it till the very, very end. So much has changed in the NHL, in the NHL playoffs. What a run it's been. What a bunch of series it's been. Even the first round, I mean, it was just really good series. More so in the Western Conference than the Eastern Conference. But yeah, dude, my Dallas Stars, we knock out Colorado. We go up 3, literally. Just a few days after I did the last podcast, we go up 3-1 over the Winnipeg Jets. Last night, Saturday, was the dagger. We beat the Winnipeg Jets. We are now moving on to the Western Conference Finals against the Edmonton Oilers. I can't even think of a word to say how excited I am for this series coming up. Because it is a rematch, and I will go ahead and say this out loud. We are not the same team they faced last season. If they think that's what's about to happen, the Edmonton Oilers, if you think that's who you're about to see in the playoffs, you were sorely mistaken. This is a different team. I said that to somebody the other day, and they're like, yeah, but so are they. And it's like, yeah, but there's still the Connor McDavids and company. That has changed we're not the Jamie Benn and companies. We're not the Tyler Seguin and company anymore. Dude, like what Granlund did, scoring that hat trick to basically win that game for us was just, and this is why I love Finnish players, dude. My all-time favorite Dallas Star is a Finnish player, Juri Lehtinen. 3-time Selke winner, Juri Lehtinen, Dallas Stars. This is what makes me love the Finnish players so much. And by the way, I learned how to say cheers in Finnish, and she wants me to say it all sexy. I'm not going to. But this is basically, when I looked it up, this is how the Google lady said it. She said it all sexy. She's like, Kippis. Kippis. Like, I don't, what's the masculine way to say that? I just say Kippis. Kippis. That's how you say cheers in Finnish. But, yeah, dude. These are some of the hardest working individuals. These Finnish players, there's some of the, and I was so happy to see Granlund get that hat trick, because I said in even round one, Granlund had been working so hard. Every shift he's out there, I was noticing him. I was noticing what he was doing. I was noticing where he was at. I was noticing the plays he was making. He's just working and working and working. So to see a player like that come up with a hat trick was pretty phenomenal, man. This next drink is to you, Granlund. That was amazing. And this guy isn't, not to downplay him at all, but he's not the NHL superstar. You know what I mean? But you don't necessarily need to be that. You need to be a hard worker. And this man absolutely is a hard worker. And he deserved every moment of that hat trick. The fans throwing the hats on the ice, screaming, cheering, and just banging on the glass. Dude, he deserved every moment of that because of all the effort he puts in. So this next drink is to you, Granlund. Kippis. Kippis. Oh, we're getting low there. Getting a little low on the fuel tank. But yeah, dude, my Dallas Stars moved past the Winnipeg Jets, the President Trophy winning Winnipeg Jets. What a great season for Winnipeg. Mark Scheifele, unfortunately, his dad passed away the morning of that last game of the series. My heart goes out to him, man. That's I don't even know how you played that game, to be honest with you. And not only did he play the game, he scored a goal in the game. How legendary is that? Like, dude, the storyline of that. His dad passes away and he scores a goal in a crucial game for his team. He scores the only goal. That was pretty amazing. You know, it sucks to send them home in that way. Obviously, I am happy my Dallas Stars are moving on. But, yeah, dude, my heart goes out to him. And everything that happened with him and Jamie Benn, you know, they stood there for a good minute in the handshake line. You know, I would hope, I wasn't there, I wasn't a fly on the wall, they didn't have him mic'd up, but I would hope Jamie Benn apologized to him, at the very least, you know, just to say, hey, things got out of hand, and I'm sorry, you know, I did that. You know, that I'm, you know, I expect better of myself. I have better character, whatever he had to say. I hope that's what he said. And also, you know, sorry for your loss, man. Like, that's never easy. And I really feel like that was just a huge moment for both of those men. Despite their differences, despite their different teams coming together at the handshake line and just, you know, kind of squashing it. And like I said, I do hope Jamie Benn said sorry. I really do. And I don't think we'll ever know. But the body language was great. And much respect to Scheifele, dude. I don't know how you did it. If my dad would have passed away the day I had the game, I wouldn't have been able to play. And I definitely wouldn't have scored a goal. You know what I mean? So kudos to him. That takes a man's man to do that. It takes a big man to do that. So shout out to him, man. Let's have another drink. So yeah, last game of the second round is tonight. Maple Leafs versus the Florida Panthers, the Florida Panthers, man. We'll see what happens. I think I picked Florida to win this series. But after that last game, I'm not too confident, dude. I mean, you play some good defense in a one-goal game, and you're the team to score that goal. I mean, there's nothing saying that the Maple Leafs can't pull this one out. Just because the Panthers have won the championship, that doesn't mean shit right now. Look at the Winnipeg Jets. Just because they won the President's Trophy, that didn't mean shit in our series. I'm just so geared up for this Dallas Stars Edmonton Oilers series. I'm telling you guys. And just to stick with my theme, in the first round, I picked Colorado to win over my Stars. My Stars win. In the second round, I picked Winnipeg to win over my Stars. My Stars won. And this round, you better believe I am sticking with the same strategy. I am picking the Edmonton Oilers to win this series. Hopefully that means my Dallas Stars will come out on top. But I'm telling you, Edmonton, I guess I'm just kind of covering my bases. That's all. That's kind of weak when it comes to picking. But I don't have any money riding on it. I don't give a shit. But I'm telling you, Edmonton, this is not the same team. This is not the same team you played last season. It's very, very clear. It's not the same team. And I hope you know that. If you don't know that, you're going to be in for a shock. If you recognize that, you'll definitely have a chance. But yeah, I mean, I'm gonna end with the same shit I always say, man. When we needed that extra goal, I want Tyler Seguin to put that one in. I want Jamie Benn to put that one in. I want Jason Robertson to put that one in. I want Matt Duchene to put that one in. Now, granted, Tyler Seguin did assist on the game-winning goal to Harley, and I haven't even gone in on Harley yet. This whole playoff series, this whole season, I haven't even gone in on Harley at what a great player he is, at how much he has maximized his potential in this entire season, this playoff series, dude. Like, he's in because Heiskanen was out. And he stepped up. Thomas Harley deserves so much praise. And I hope he's getting that from the fans, from the management, from his teammates. I hope he's getting all of that because he absolutely deserves it, dude. The way he has stepped up in some of the biggest moments of our franchise's history, which I would, consider every playoff moment a pretty big moment in the franchise's history. But the way he has stood up and stepped up and made big hits and made big plays and made big goals as a D-man, dude, I am over the fucking moon with this team. This has got to be the deepest team in the NHL, and that's scary. We're at the Final Four now. We are at the Final Four, and one of those teams is, in my opinion, the deepest NHL team there is in the playoffs. We are the deepest. We have to be. All these Texas Stars and, mixed in with all these new trades, dude. And I got to say this too. Much respect to Connor Hellebuck, dude. He is one of my favorite goalies. I wanted my Stars to come out on top, of course. But dude, if Connor Hellebuck isn't Connor Hellebuck in this series, we sweep the Winnipeg Jets. We sweep them. He made some of the most incredible saves. He kept his team in the game when there was no hope, and they got, a couple of wins off of that. What did they beat us, 4-0 in 2 different games? Something like that. But, Hellebuck, dude, if you ever hear this, bro, don't let that shake your confidence, because you're a fucking stud, man. Straight up. You're just a stud. I know your team didn't come out on top, but if it wasn't for you, they wouldn't have even had a chance to beat my Dallas Stars. Dude, some of the saves he made, I'm still baffled by. Now, there's multiple ones by Ottinger that he made that I am baffled by. You know, the one where he like dove across with both hands like a soccer goalie, Ottinger. Like a soccer goalie, like his stick wedged against the ice and he like had to give it up. And he has both hands there to block the shot. Oh my God, dude. Ottinger is just... I wonder if the Winnipeg fans are regretting their chant from those first couple of games, which was, U.S. backup, U.S. backup. Basically saying Ottinger is not as good as Hellebuck. But what a duel, especially that last game, dude. 1-1, most of the game. Just each goalie besting the last save of the last goalie. It's fucking incredible. Absolutely incredible. So, yeah, let me go ahead and pick the Edmonton Oilers to beat my Dallas Stars and move on to the Stanley Cup. And the other side, we don't know yet. We don't know who's there. We don't know who's going to be there, but that game is coming on soon. So we'll see. But yeah, that's going to do it for me for the week. Thank you guys for listening. I love you all. Be safe out there. As always, don't drink and drive. Treat yourself to an Uber. Treat yourself to a Lyft. Treat yourself to a DoorDash. Treat yourself to an Uber Eats. Treat yourself to a Waymo if it's in your area. Just don't drink and drive. It's not worth it. It's not smart. Don't do it, okay? Let's have our last drink. Cheers. All right, everybody, that's it for me. I will talk to you next freaking week. Let's go Stars. Let's make it to that Stanley Cup final. Let's go Rangers. They split the series with the Houston Astros, which we actually really needed. But yeah, let's go. Let's go Detroit. Detroit Tigers, man, I'm rooting for you as well this season. So anyways, that's going to be it for me. I will talk to you next week. I love you all. Bye.